5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, welcome back to the Only Up podcast. I'm your host, Srijay Chatterjee. And this is the podcast we just chop it up anything. Like, it's a bit of a ramble nowadays. And guys, I have a special guest with me, a returning guest. Yuji, the boy from the desert. Do you want to introduce yourself back to the homies at home?
Hello, I'm the boy from the desert. I did a podcast with Srijay, but I was in Japan.
Yeah.
That was introvert to extrovert. So go hit that up, get some views on that, get some likes, comment on that. But yeah, we're back again. This time I'm not in Japan. I'm here.
Yeah. I wonder what gave it away, bro.
We actually edited this.
Yeah. Nah, but last time you were like in the midst of Japan starting that semester. We'll talk about that a bit later. But for my true YouTube fans at home, you feel me? He was dressed questionably for my video.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Do you want to
yes.
explain why you were dressed a little bit like a crazy someone that you might see on like the Melbourne subway? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I came down to Crunchyroll to help him record his video.
Yeah.
And I had a friend, and like, you know, when you go to these events, you gotta dress up, and like I don't even know what I dressed up as. It was kind of like a Beto's bodyguard mix thing. I don't know. My friend brought out the eyeshadow. I'm like, yo, give me that. Make me look edgy as frick.
Yeah.
And I got the eyeliner. I did my own eyeliner. Made myself look even more like, you know, Harley Quinn type vibe. And then, yeah, you didn't see too much of me in the video because I was kind of recording.
Yeah.
Focusing on Srijay. But yeah, I just went and just dressed up as just a maniac.
No, but for that video, I do want to thank you because I'm not sure you remember, like, that video turned out pretty well. And I remember halfway through, I did one interview. I'm like, oh, bro, I'm going to give up. Like, I don't care. I don't want to do something. You're like, bro, just do it, bro. Everyone's in the convention at one time. This is like a positive. And we just did it. And we got let in. That was the craziest part.
Especially, there was no one else over there doing the same thing too. I don't think anyone else was recording at Crunchyroll event, doing any like interviews or anything. You were the only one there.
Yeah. The thing is, it's crazy because when I searched it up, a lot of people were, a lot of media companies got in. But like, I'm like the only one that's like chilling. Remember we met that guy from Vice?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, can I intern at Vice? And he goes, I would offer you, like, we can talk on Instagram, but what you're doing is way better. Because like as a content creator, I'm not saying that I'm a content creator, but it's like there's no rules. You get to make what you want.
Yeah. And it's definitely a lot better doing things yourself. You make the rules, you know.
Yeah. Like coming back from Japan, the first time I saw you was Crunchyroll, but the second time, do you remember what we did last time we met each other?
Bro, my brain is gone.
Do you remember the business event we went to?
Oh,
I think we should talk about that because I feel like it's very on brand. And okay. So basically, me and Yuji were outcasts at this business event. We went for our fellow friend JC. Do you want to set the scene? Because I feel like you're better at like talking about the business stuff. Like, tell them what it was, why we went, blah blah blah.
So, you know, if you go to university, you know, there's a bunch of commerce events. You got people doing networking this, networking that, all the societies and clubs. And our mate JC brought us. I think you two were going. You guys were messaging me, and you're like, "Yo, do you want to come to this event?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So we went to this networking event. What was it?
Computer, like startup. Computer commerce, like something.
See,
we don't even remember the name.
We don't do commerce, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out here computer science. Well, yeah, we went there. And they basically, you know, just typical networking things. They have a few speakers out there. So they had like a few startup speakers. What startups?
I think they're all startup speakers.
All startup speakers. And they're basically saying like, yo, startups, this is what startups are like. This is, you know, a comparison between startups and like, you know, firms.
Yeah.
And startups all about, you know, trying to find new things to do and figure out how to do things without having things proper in place,
like the flexibility.
Yeah.
But the thing is about JC fumbled us so hard. So we get there where Yuji had to go home, change it to a dress shirt, all these things. JC went to Uniqlo, bought a jacket and a dress shirt. We go there, we're the only ones in dress shirts, pants, and dress shoes, bro. Everyone else is in like business casual.
Yeah.
And bro, we look like the oddest bunch just at this business seminar, bro. But yeah, I would go. Would you go again?
I mean, your boy's got Deloitte, so I really do not care about networking.
Yeah.
But you know,
Deloitte's like your new it's like your job placement.
Yeah. So basically, for me as a computer science student, I kind of like really don't really look too far into my career. I'm kind of just like after undergrad, we out here either doing masters or we just no, we ain't getting into Google. Come on. So yeah, and then you have some friends that are like, okay, you should look into the Big Four. I mean, JC was basically telling me, yo, you gotta get on the grind. You gotta apply for all these grad roles, this that. So I'm like, alright, sure. Applied for a lot of grad roles. And then Deloitte came by. I mean, kind of the thing about grad roles or internships is you have to invest a lot of time in preparing, especially for computer science. It's mainly coding challenges. But basically in commerce, it's more, they give you case studies and interviews. And then I think what's happening a lot recently is a lot of recorded interviews where they give you prompts and you have to record yourself answering them. And I'm not too much a fan of those. So I kind of like, and also I'm really busy in internship times. So I didn't really do any, like I applied a lot and then kind of like didn't follow through with a lot of them because I was kind of like, don't have time for this. Yeah. But Deloitte was really good because
wait, what is Deloitte? I know.
Deloitte.
I probably should ask this at the start.
Deloitte is the Big Four. A lot of commerce people try to get into it. Honestly, if you ask me anything about Big Four, all I know is consulting firms, and they're pretty much the main ones people want to get into from commerce. But
no way Deloitte, he's calling me. Wait, sorry, bro. Do you just want to hand me that? Thank you. Oh wait, you silenced it.
He's getting calls from
Sorry,
his
I'm just that popular, bro.
He's getting calls from his bitches.
What?
Yeah, no, I know. Yo, he's been
okay. Sorry for that. You were saying about Deloitte, Big Four?
Yeah, so Deloitte's. I mean, there's Deloitte, EY, my brain. What else is there? So we have a.
Wait, are you? Oh, by the way, we have a live studio audience member, Rachel. Wait, do you do the same course in with computer science as well? Commerce. All right, wait. So is that the same?
Wait, I should know this. EY, Deloitte, PwC, KPMG. Okay, those are the Big Four that most commerce students want to get into. And me being a computer science, I'm just out here like, alright, sure. But yeah, case study. Well, I mean, this is just like, we're just teaching them how to do
Yeah, give them a little cheat sheet.
Okay,
so because I know nothing.
Basically, I feel like this is mainly a lot of commerce people. They go, okay, I want to rack up as many internships as I can. But, I can't hear myself anymore.
Oh, I turned you down.
But yeah, a lot of people want to do internships, is that, and like my advice is honestly just apply for as many as you can, because I've been hearing a lot of experiences where they actually don't have many people applying, so they just let everyone in.
Oh, okay.
And then you could be lucky because there was some people in one section where the assessors were sick. So they only did an interview without the case study and then got in through that.
Oh, okay.
So literally, the best thing to do is just apply everywhere and just see what happens. Literally.
Yeah. You know what? Because I'm doing health science right now, right? And I want to do physio. And dude, do you ever get that age-old question where it's like, this might go on a bit of a ramble here, so I just thought of this now. But it's like, say I want to be physio, or say you want to be computer science. Like, what's like a popular IT course, like software engineer and stuff like that? Right, like a computer IT course, like being like a software engineer or applying to be a software engineer. It's like really competitive, right? No, like software engineer, like being a software engineer. No.
Yo, man, don't know nothing, man.
Okay,
I think so.
say whatever, bro. But like it's like they'll be like, cause I want to do physio in future, right?
Okay, yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, don't do it. It's too competitive, right? And you always hear that shit, right? You've heard it before.
Yeah.
And I just think like, bro, that is such like a bullshit like thing, bro. Cause like, bro, say it's really competitive and you get in, that means you're like the best of the best. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
That means you earned that position.
I mean, yeah, but like when people say competitive degrees, I think about, you got your med, your law, your this, that. But end of the day, wherever you go, there's gonna be some job out there for you.
Yeah.
And even if there isn't, you now have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And that experience to carry that on to a different role.
Yeah.
Even,
Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking about this the other day, like, cause I was, I got Indian parents, so I was just like talking to them, like, yo, no, it's too competitive. I'm like, no, like I want to compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But speaking of university, big topic, probably like the meat and juice of the podcast.
Oh no.
Cause you did exchange.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Do you want to like explain why you went on exchange, what the exchange was, this and that? Let the viewers know at home, cause like you could do a better job than me.
I might have said a bit about. I mean, currently I'm post exchange, after exchange. But if you want to see my views in exchange, you can see the podcast, Introvert to Extrovert. What episode was it? 5?
Hey, it'll be on screen right here.
There you go. There you go. That's editing for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yo, we're now in the desert, the Sahara Desert. Yo, look, whoa, there's flying words. Yo,
I'm not that good at editing, bro.
Alright, so post exchange, I think I'll just do like a TLDR, or do you want to like a?
I think first of all, like set the scene, so like let them know like what the exchange was, where it was, blah blah blah. People, the title probably gives it away, but let them know.
Okay, we'll start from the start. So like for me, I'm pretty multicultural in the sense where I'm half Malaysian, half Japanese, and I've grown up in Australia. But yeah, I've always, every time I go to Japan, I go to like, you see like the atmosphere there. You see when you think Japanese, you think like smart. You think
like the hustle and bustle of Tokyo.
Yeah, studying hard and all that. And you kind of want to like experience a bit of that, because not only do they have academics, but you look at, okay, they have club activities too, and they have like they got passion and things.
Like the culture itself is just so unique.
And it's kind of like growing up, I always wanted to do like high school there or university there. And yeah, so the best way for me to experience that is for exchange, because I'm not going to do any of their entrance exams or any of that. That's too hectic.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we don't use ATAR in Japan. So you get in a Unimelb and then just do exchange.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've always wanted to do school life there. And the best opportunity was exchange. And I basically did that I was planning to do that for 1 year. But then after one semester, I'm like, I've had enough. I'm coming back.
Yeah, see, that's the craziest thing. People like me, or maybe like before, like we view Japan as like this utopia, bro. It's like 7-Eleven, like all this Kyoto stuff, like all this really, really like anime stuff. You feel me? But then you decided like, bro, I've had enough. I'm coming back early to Melbourne, to my second home. You feel me? But like, that's why I wanted to ask, like, because you went to Japan, Kyoto. Like, of course it was beautiful, right? I'm gonna ask you, what is like one positive and one negative that you had? We start off. I think we should start off negative first, so we end off on a sweet note.
I mean, but the thing is, I feel like I don't like the word devil's advocate, but I feel like I'm always challenging views, going the opposite to everyone else.
Right.
So I'll see things in the opposite. Like obviously Kyoto, Japan is like beautiful. You have culture, this, that. Everything's new. You think everything's clean. Everything's like all pristine. Everything's perfect.
Yeah. It's not.
But the thing is, for me, it's like, okay, everyone has their views of Japan being like perfect, this, that. But for me, I don't look for perfect. I look for kind of more experiences where I have to learn. And in Japan, you kind of learn to fit in rather than learn to stick out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
So if you go, like, obviously if you go for holiday, like you stick out, a lot of people will be like, yo, you're so cool, like this, that. Japanese people will be like, oh, you're whoa, foreigners, this, that. But like, end of the day, that only lasts for so long. So if you start living there, it's kind of a different story. I'm not saying it's like racist or anything, but it's just like, the kind of vibe there is to fit in. It's
like huge conformity type of vibe.
And I'd say that's not only in Japan. You'd see that in other places too.
Yeah. I feel like you can see I feel like Melbourne is like a really good example of like sticking out. Like, bro, you walk down Elizabeth Street, Flinders Street. There's all different type of characters. You know what I mean? Like in Japan, it's almost like, not like, how do I say it in like not a negative way, but like it's like fitting in, like it's salarymen, it's people just going about their day. When Melbourne, you see like hipsters, you might like see like a juggling clown for some reason, you know what I mean, or some guy on stilts. Like Melbourne's crazy sometimes.
But the thing about Melbourne, I feel like out of the whole world, it's one of the most multicultural hubs.
100%.
Like you can go around and you literally won't feel judged.
Yeah.
Whereas in Japan, if you do something off, you can feel the judge.
And that's crazy because you're Japanese, bro.
Yeah. So like that's also one thing, because I'm pretty egotistic. So when I was there, I'm like, okay, out of all the exchange students here, out of everyone here, I can make the most friends. I can have the best time here.
Yeah.
But actually, I had the worst. No, 7 like it was good. But I couldn't
keep it real,
reach that. That potential that I expected.
100%. And like the thing is, it's crazy. I feel like you don't get complimented on this enough, right? Like you came to Melbourne. Like practically with no mates, right? You came here. I think the only person we saw was like, it's funny how we saw her CRX. I can believe her name if she wants, but Kaimani.
Oh yeah, you always talk about her, don't you?
Yeah. In last podcast I talked about her too. Yeah, she hates me, but it's like you came to Melbourne and bro, you have like such a big group of friends.
Yeah.
Like,
no, so like for me, I was kind of I was born and raised in Alice Springs, but
brackets the desert.
I honestly like enjoyed being out of there.
Yeah.
Because like over there, like let's say you're living in the same place for like 10, 20 years. You kind of have that social expectation for yourself, and you kind of maintain that character. Like let's say you're quiet around people, you're quiet around the same people. Every time you're around them, you like maintain that role of being quiet. But then once you're outside of that and you escape that world, that's when you're able to just be you and not be judged and like kind of reinvent yourself.
100%. And that's why I think it's really important that could either be like a state thing, but also like within like, say you have these group of friends, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I talked about this in the last podcast. Like, if you're around this same group of friends for the longest time, you almost have to play this character. Like these set expectations. Like, okay, we'll use him as an example, but it's not true, right? Like, say JC gets, we'll use JC because everyone knows JC and JC's a confident guy. But say he gets picked on a lot, like it's like expected for him to get picked on. And if he says something back, it's like he just gets picked on more. Like that's a set expectation. And if he steps up, it's like, wait, that's not what JC does. That's so weird of him
and that's
to
like
do.
when we like kind of get shocked.
Yeah, we get shocked, right? And then like, so that's why like, and I think he's done this as well. Like he moves friend groups and then plays this different character. You know what I mean? So he doesn't have to be this guy because who'd like realistically, unless you can clap back hard, who'd want to be that guy?
But at the same time, you know, there's a certain extent because there's a lot of people. Like the one thing I hate the most is when people don't act like themselves. So if you take a role you don't like, and then you keep acting that, like those are the fakest people. I hate
110%, bro. Like,
real.
yeah, I don't know, man. And then you see it like, oh, this is like a bit of a ramble, but have you seen your guy friends talk to like a girl? And they're like doing like, they put on like this deep voice like, yeah, you know, like, you know, they try to be like this guy that you're not, and you're like, what are you doing, bro? You know what I mean? You look at him and like, bro, that's not my friend, bro. That's public enemy number one. But wait, what were we talking? Japan.
Anyway, no, I think this is a good topic. It's a good topic. I think a lot of people. But like, that's the thing. You take all these different roles.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think the best thing to do is to be true to yourself. That's why like everyone says I'm confident and all this because I think I know a lot about myself. That's why I'm confident in these certain ways. You know? Like I know what I'm saying. I can say I'm the biggest dude in the gym. This that because I know I'm the biggest dude in the gym. You know. And people tell me, you know, all these things like yeah, that's me. Come on.
But you know what's crazy? You saying that like, whether you're the biggest dude or not, right? But like you saying that is way better than being like, yo, I'm the smallest dude in the gym. I can never work out here because I'm the smallest dude. You know what I mean?
Confidence is key. Confidence is key.
Fake it till you make it. You feel me?
Fake it. No, don't fake it.
No, but like, you feel me? Like, fake it till you make it. You know what I mean?
I mean, no. I think the thing about my confidence is because I know I put a lot of effort in what I do. You know, people go, oh, well, you can do a muscle up. Oh, you can do all this. And it's like, you know, it's not like I can just suddenly do it because I'm egotistical. Like literally, it took me a lot of years to train. You have a lot of times when you're by yourself and you're just like, you know, you're in the depths and you're literally just like pumping out push-ups because you know you're in a bit. Confidence. Talking about confidence.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys.
Confidence. You know, if you like, this is the thing. Like a lot of people, like let's say you're watching YouTube and there's things about biggest trash talkers getting wrecked, or you know, like there's a lot of revenge things.
Right.
And it's like, you know, there's a lot of things where someone's talking shit to this person, and then this dude ends up like beating this person up, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, even in skill things, like, I don't know, chess, for example.
Right.
It's that. It's like, this person's talking all this, and then this person's like, you know, doesn't talk much, but then destroys them. But then there's the other side of the story where this person talks a lot, but actually can, like, destroy everyone else.
Oh, right. Like, back it up.
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like you need the confidence to back things up, and I think that's the thing about character is you need confidence to support yourself. Back yourself up.
Even it's not like you, even like you don't need like that loud and proud confidence, just confidence within yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you know, I do want to talk about, because you know, we kind of went on this like 15-minute ramble about how negative Kyoto is.
Oh yeah,
but, like,
positive.
What is something that you like maybe you learn from the culture that you can like that you take today in your life?
Kind of what I like what I want to say in the TLD, if I did a TLD, was basically like, end of the day, life in Melbourne got too comfortable, and that kind of happens with everyone anywhere. You know, you live the same life every day. You get really comfortable, and your perspective doesn't actually change. You kind of like you're ramming in one direction constantly. Whereas once you get out of that and you go into new country, new world, and then you're kind of you put into a different place, and now you're whacking into a different direction. So I feel like this is what I was telling one of my friends who's like kind of in the dumps. I'm like, yo, like he's from overseas. I'm like, yo, this holiday you need to like head back. You haven't been back in a long time. Go back, have a different view, come back, because you might go over there and go, damn, life in Melbourne, the perspective I had was actually just ass, you know. And then you go overseas. So like the thing about me in Japan is over here things may have gone too wild and too kind of simple. No, not simple, but like too controlled. And then once I got put into Japan, it's a complete different experience. I don't say like it's a bad experience, but like because it's a complete opposite, you know. Here you're constantly not being judged. You can do whatever you want. Whereas over there, because you're being judged, you need to like kind of think about your actions, think about what you're doing, and how like everything.
It's very like held down, and it's like the social rules outright like the rules that are like there. You know what I mean?
And I think that's what's important, because one thing you learn about being in Japan or being in like a conservative place is that your actions have
consequences.
What is it? Is action reaction? It's more like whatever you do has like some weight to it. So coming back from Japan, you know, kind of I see things that I usually used to do, or see things that other people, and you go, hold up. Like especially when people want to, you know, hold around or this that. It's like, yo, like there's a lot of consequences that come with a lot of things. And that's why like it's good to be confident and know what you want to do and say whatever you want to say. But at the same time, it's context. Like if I talk shit to friends, you know, it's context is I'm allowed to do that, because people don't take me. People know me for talking shit to them, and it's nothing you take seriously, you know.
100%.
But yeah, it's more like consequences, and it's just, you know, it's just a lot of things you gotta think about before you do things. And I think one main thing that probably most of you guys need to kind of learn, or good advice, is don't focus too much on short term. Focus more on long term. Like there's a lot of short term pleasures.
100%. Like
have
the instant
really
gratification.
bad long term. Like very bad, especially with friends. Let's say you're arguing with someone, and then I mean, I feel like a lot of arguments shouldn't happen in the first place. But it's like, do you want to get the short term gratification of dissing someone and feeling that win, or do you want that long term friendship with them? You know, that's like an example.
Like 100%. Like I swear every single time I've had an argument, I don't have too many of them, but it's always like, yo, maybe I quote unquote won that argument, but you feel so shitty after. Like, bro, dude, I look like it's always like, yo, you want to be the bigger person. Like I feel like no matter what argument you make, you'll never be the bigger person. You know what I mean?
And so that's why it's very important to start focusing on that long term. And it's like, for example, another example of short term is like, let's say I want to sleep in today. That's a short term, but long term, you know?
like your whole routine for the rest of the week is messed up.
And like all you gotta do is focus on long term. But the thing about long term is, if you focus too much on long term, you won't actually have a life.
It's hard to stay in the present.
So you need a good balance, but I think focus more long term. And have your short terms here and there, but make sure your short terms don't have bad long term consequences.
That was really good. I've got I asked my friends questions about you because they know you went to Kyoto. A lot of them going to Japan. First question was like, what was your favorite parts of like your favorite spots or scenic spot, touristy spots that you went to while you were there? Like what? What place?
Okay, so we haven't really talked too much good things about exchange.
But I think the questions that they don't shine too much of a negative light.
Okay. So when for me personally, if I'm going traveling, I'm not really like a scenic person. I go, whoa, look at the view. I've seen a lot of views. Like, look, I'm up in a high place.
I'm a big sucker for views, man.
And especially like I'm not a fan of like Paris and things. Like, there's all these arts things, but I'm just like, But like for me, I think there was this one lake in Kyoto. What's it called?
The one with like all the cherry blossom things in it.
There's one. I should not forget this because this is the main. So Kyoto is basically a city.
I have your story. I put up the image here, or the real.
Oh no, that's a different place. But like in Kyoto is basically like a city that's like divided by this lake. I don't know too much about it, but it's actually really pretty there, and it's actually like super duper green there. I was there in, I don't know my seasons. Spring.
I think you were definitely there spring.
I was spring, and like everything was so green. It was so nice. But like that's the thing, because I come from the desert. Everything's bland, orange, dead.
Yeah.
But then that's why opposite things are just like wow to me.
Yeah. Did you go to that I don't know what it's called, but it's like that place in Kyoto where there's like these bunch of like torii gates, like those, you know, there's like all those torii gates that go up
Oh
a
yeah,
mountain.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you go to the top?
Yeah,
or anything?
so I went there. I didn't go to the top, because every time I went there was raining. But yeah, there's the torii gates. There's like thousands of torii gates.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called again? Bro, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember, dude. I haven't gone yet. I don't know the names.
Anything.
But then like there's that, and then dude, like this. I'm just rattling off this question, but like, is it the Gion district where it's like all really traditional?
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That you went there. It was good.
yeah. It was good.
You have
There was-
anything?
there was like oh yeah, so they have the Gion festival, which is pretty big in Kyoto. A lot of people fly over to look at the Gion festival.
Yeah.
And that was the day a lot of cases went up. So
Oh, bro, no matter what we say about Japan, you find like a negative like aspect on it.
no, but like the thing about Japan is actually life is really easy there. Really, really easy.
Very
Like
chill.
for me, I had rent is so much cheaper. It's like $200 a month.
But I think it would have been different if you were in Tokyo though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, the lifestyle was really, really easy. Like no joke, it was so easy. You have rent's cheap, food's cheap. Literally, cause rent is cheap, you can eat out every day.
Yeah, yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
because rent's cheap, you can eat out every day. You can get a gym membership for like $30 a month, which
Yeah.
is so cheap.
Yeah.
And like so, basically, when I was there, the main reason why I left Japan early was because I felt like it was too much in my comfort zone in a sense where not much was demanded for me because all I had to do was fit in.
Yeah.
So it's like, and everything was laid out there for me. I have the gym. I go to the gym.
Thank you. All right.
So yeah, I go to
Sorry about
I
that,
go to
bro.
the gym. I eat ramen, tonkotsu, go home.
Ooh,
sleep.
what was your favorite dish?
My favorite food? Okay,
I swear you went to the beef bowl place a lot, right? Yeah, like this.
Oh yeah. So it's tonkotsu.
Put on the accent as well.
Tonkotsu. Bro, brain cannot Japanese anymore. But like yeah, so when I was there, so the thing about like every time I ride bike to school to uni, and I ride.
Oh, you
back,
rode a bike.
Yeah.
Oh.
So everyone rides bike in at Kyoto or in Japan in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I ride Kyoto uni and then ride Kyoto uni, ride the bike back. But yeah, that street
Mhm.
is really famous for a bunch of like ramen restaurants.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
like the thing about Kyoto is their ramen restaurants are all their own recipes.
like mom and pop shop.
Yeah, they make their own recipes and they do it their own way. They don't like if you go to Tokyo, it's all chains. Everything one.
Oh,
everyone
like family owned restaurants.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone in Kyoto makes their dish the way they want to, whereas if you go to Tokyo, all the chains make dishes the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like if you have tonkotsu ramen, you have this, that, they're all like the basic,
traditional? No, is that what you're looking for?
it's more like basic. They try to standardize it.
Right.
But then if you go to Kyoto, everything's like they try to make their own things.
Word.
So it's a lot more,
Yeah.
it's a lot more better there. Yeah.
I thought you would have used like you know how you said use the bike. I thought you would use like the train or something like that.
Yeah, but I think for me, if I have a bike or if I have legs, then I can, I'll just.
If you have
yeah, because like even in University of Melbourne, like in the city,
You
start
walk.
the year,
Yeah,
I
you
just
walk.
walked everywhere.
Yeah.
Didn't really catch too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's close anyway.
Yeah. Nah, that's good. Second question
I know.
from my boy Isaac. He said, like, as soon as you went there, I think you said this on the thing, but you might have changed the answer.
Hmm?
As soon as you went there and as soon as you came back, what were like the biggest culture shocks that you had, like when you went to Japan?
I mean, the thing is, I've been to Japan quite a bit for visiting.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest culture shock is definitely just that thing of once you're there, you feel the presence that you need to fit in.
Really?
Whereas here, you don't have the presence to fit in. You have the presence to kind of just like
Do anything.
do anything.
Yeah.
But you're over there, it's kind of. I mean, it depends how you read the room.
Yeah.
If you don't want to read it as pressure,
Yeah.
then you'll see it as, hey, yo, I can do what I
Yeah.
want. But yeah, for me, I like to respect cultures and how they go.
100%.
So I want to, if they want me to fit in, I'll try to fit in.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing for me, the difference is the way people approach relationships in terms of just
Okay.
friendships.
Yep.
And this is a transition, hey?
Yeah.
This
Already.
transition. So the thing about the Japanese relationship versus the Australian relationship, I'd say, is that here, Oh yeah, so I actually did a sociology report on this.
Oh,
The
no way.
differences between collective and autonomous societies. But yeah, the thing about the Japanese relationships, it's more like you feel connected just by knowing each other.
Oh,
Whereas here, you feel connected if you can spill anything to that person.
right.
You know. So I did like a little survey for my thing, and I said, do you feel connected with people?
So and so.
Like, yeah, do you feel connected? Oh wait, do you have any, it's just, do you feel connected in general?
Right.
And I think 70% of Japanese people who answered the survey said yes,
Yeah.
and then only 30% of
Australians.
Australians said yes.
Oh wow.
And it's like, you go, okay, Japanese, you look at it straight for what it is, and you go, okay, Japanese people see they're more connected.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the definition of connection that differs between
Right.
Japanese and us.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
theirs is like, surface level connections.
Like
but
even like say like live studio audience Rachel, right? Say like she's like the mutual. Would a Japanese person say that like me and her know each other?
yeah, yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So but like, our sort of connection is more like I can say whatever I want to you type of connection in Australia.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas in Japan, I respect you, so I can't say too much to you, but I feel connected with you.
Wow.
So that's the thing. That's like the difference.
That's
the main difference.
crazy.
And like for me, I'm a really social person.
Very
And I'd
very
say
very
that's
social.
like the main kind of that was the hardest thing for me to get over.
Yeah.
Is I want to become friends with this person, but at the same time, there's so many respect regulations that are involved in Japan that they look up to me. So they respect me by putting distance from me
Yeah.
to like keep looking up to me.
Wow.
And because of that, it's kind of a lot harder to organize things to hang out. And especially people, they say they're busy, this, that, and I know that it's a lot harder to hang out with someone the second time,
Yeah.
rather than in Australia. Australia, you meet someone, you're like, all right, let's get some dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
Whereas in Japan, let's hang out, but they don't actually
Yeah.
want to organize anything.
Yeah. It's like a lot of effort.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're a bit, but that's how relationships work. It's more respect based.
Yeah.
So to become close friends with someone, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of exposure that's required.
Yeah. That's crazy because in Australia, literally, like, say you're in a class with someone, you see them twice, you guys talk twice, at each other on Instagram or socials, and then you guys be like, oh, do you want to study in the library together or something? And then you guys are basically like friends. Where in Japan, I feel like, well, based on what you're saying, it's like this criteria, oh, I need to respect him, keep my distance, and then get close to him or whatever.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I like when I was there, I just interviewed by talking to people. But like when I was talking to people in, like, they have things called bukatsu, clubs, circles. That's like your club activities.
Yeah.
So every time I was there, I'd talk to, because I'm curious about this topic, and I'm like, do you like, some of the people have been like overseas before, and then they've gone back to Japan. I'm telling them like, do you prefer overseas or do you prefer here? Like, what's the pressure difference? And they all say they prefer overseas.
Really?
Just because over in Japan, like if they go overseas and they come back, they're able to realize how difficult it is to make friends in Japan.
Yeah.
Become close to people. Like obviously, there's levels to it, but
Yeah.
overall, in general, it's a lot easier outside rather than close in Japan.
Yeah. My question is, like, we're out of questions, but like my question is, like, because I remember your last podcast, you were talking about you're doing club activities. Like, what was your favorite club activity, and what are like some like unwritten rules? Like, I remember when it was like the end of practice or whatever, you had to like say something or you had to respect people. Do you want to talk about what club you went to?
Okay.
What are some unwritten rules, and just let the audience know?
Okay. So you hear about club activities a lot in Japan, and kind of, I don't know if I explained this before, but like they kind of separate into two different categories. You have clubs and the circles. Circles is just mess around, have fun, play sports. Clubs are the ones where you have to train 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, and you have to go every day. And you have to like you train for the sport. So those are more.
So wait, which club did you do?
So I did gymnastics club and then a soccer circle. I'm actually wearing the pants right now. Have a look.
Oh, wait, did you have to get those pants, or they just gave them to you?
So you get a full kit.
Oh, no way.
But yeah, I'm transitioning now to a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Dude.
I decide this podcast. I make the rules.
Yeah, so he can make
So
some
like
rules.
currently, I mean, people on Spotify, they can't see this, but I'm wearing my soccer circles shorts, and then the number is 6666. It's a very unlucky number.
It is
the demon.
Yes.
And obviously people don't want to associate themselves with demons and stuff, but like literally.
But you do. You do.
Bro, I'm out here manifesting, bro. I'm manifesting. But like like in Japan, what happens is most of the females that apply for managers, so they would take the manager role. And a lot of them in the soccer club, they came up to me. They're like, "Why'd you choose that number, 6666? It's a very unlucky number. It's a very bad number."
You did it on purpose, huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, I want to scare the other team.
Oh,
and
no.
But like the line is so cool. The line is so cool. Like
Yeah.
I was acting like super duper, like, you know, badass. I was like,
Yeah.
Tekio kawagaru.
What does that mean?
That means make the enemy scared.
Oh.
Yeah, they
what is
all-
it, an episode of Blue
They
Lock or
all
some
cream,
shit, bro?
yo. They all cream. They all scream. Oh my god.
Bro, it's like the main.
But yeah.
It's a main villain
But
energy,
it's the
bro.
thing, but it's like, you know, in Japan, I'm the tallest one there. I'm the biggest one there. And
Yeah.
like they put me in striker, and you know, imagine a kickoff. You
Yeah.
know, the two teams. I'm at the very front with like 9 sixes on my body. I got 3 sixes on my shorts.
right.
3 sixes on my chest, and 3 sixes on my back.
Oh, this guy's
So there's a bunch of just
enemy,
demon
bro.
eyes looking at them, and like, you know, I got my team behind me. I'm at the front. The first thing they're seeing on my team is me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know, I mean, here I'm not like that tall, 180, but like over there,
Yeah.
bro, I'm from a different country. You know, I'm from a different planet. So yeah, it's really good. And I was just, you know, I'd run at them and I'd push them over and bully them, and you know, make them scared of me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
But
story.
What's that thing where I keep forgetting what you said. So like at these clubs, there are like these senpais and all this stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then there's like this thing like at the end of the practice you gotta thank them or something like
Oh,
for
yeah.
being in the club.
So it's mainly in the circles, they take things less seriously, but in the clubs they take things more seriously. So at the gymnastics club I was at, you know, when you arrive, you have to say hello to everyone. So everyone's like training already. Everyone's already started warming up, whatever. You have to go around, say hello to everyone, and then at the end of training, you have to say good work to everyone.
How'd you say it?
So the first one, I mean, when you see someone at the start, you just go konnichiwa, konnichiwa, konnichiwa.
Yeah.
But at the end, you have to say, hold on, my
Bro, I remember you said it in the podcast or something. I kept trying to remember it, and I couldn't remember what it was.
Otsukare-sama.
Yeah.
You have to say
Yeah.
that to everyone. So like everyone's all scattered. Like gymnastics is pretty decently. Like everyone's like scattered around. They're all stretching, doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
So some people are still training at the end of the training. So you have to go around, look for them all, and you go Otsukare-sama, 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 and then you head off.
Yeah. Did you like? I just thought of this now because like not that it's like a hazing thing or anything, but did you get like did you noticeably get treated differently just because you were exchange? Like we're doing these clubs to be like, oh, like, you know, this guy's not here for long, like push him aside or something.
I don't know if I mean the thing about the clubs and stuff, I think the gymnastics club, they were pretty chill. Like you find a lot of clubs and circles that are like really chill, but some of them are like kind of pressured in a sense where they have like, I'd say like, I don't want to like I feel like if I say it now and if they watch it, they'll be like, oh. But anyway,
I can cut it if you want. Just let 'em know.
some clubs there, they have kind of like limits of how many people can get in.
Right.
So they'll prioritize girls.
Oh.
TLDR, they'll prioritize
Well, I
girls.
don't. I was thinking like, oh, because he's like a foreigner, they don't let him know, just girls.
So like whatever, I don't even care. So like there was there's one tennis circle. You guys, if you're watching this, you know who you are. Like I didn't say anything to you guys, but you know, I don't want to cause anything. But yeah, so like kind of I was joining this tennis circle, kind of got really chill with everyone. Like I knew everyone's name every time I went there. Everyone was like, Yuji. I was like, yo. And I was saying everyone's names. I'm the loudest person there. I'd like yell out everyone's names. And then I'm constantly like talking to people. So if I'm not talking to you and I see someone by themselves, I go talk to them. I'll talk to them with my butcher Japanese. But yeah, I talk to everyone there. And then kind of, you know, started learning a lot about other people. I was, you know, learning the gossip about who's got girlfriends, who's got boyfriends, and all that. But yeah, and then they sent me a message. They're like, because there was like a deadline for when you could join in these tennis clubs.
Right,
and I was just like, yo, so how do I join?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, sorry, you can't join.
Wait, what?
And
Why?
they're like, because you're only here for a year.
And
then I introduced my exchange friend, and she was there for 6 months, and they let her in. I'm like, up.
Oh, and you were there for a year, and they
Yeah,
were there
and-
for 6 months, and
yeah.
they didn't let you in.
And it's like the thing is, I was like good on personal terms with everyone there.
Yeah, that
which like hurt me
sucks.
the most.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I want to give. I want to give you a hug, bro.
It's right. It's
okay,
right.
bro. It's okay.
Nah.
Damn.
Stuff 'em.
Yeah. Hopefully they're watching this, bro. Fuck you guys, bro.
Fuck
You guys suck.
Fuck you.
What's the time? Let me double check.
This is 1 hour already.
No, 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
I feel like we've been talking for like 20. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, to round up, because I know you don't want to talk about Japan all day,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
For people that are going on student exchange, the Japanese uni life, do you have any tips, any rookie mistakes not to make? Like, let them know, like, oh, maybe don't expect everyone to speak English just because you're on exchange, or like I just came with a stupid tip like that. But like, just do you have anything you want to say?
I mean, like the thing about my exchange, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot better for everyone else's exchange, just because mine was during COVID and only Japanese people could go back.
Right.
So there was literally only 3 exchange students with me. That's why I like kind of had a rough time there.
Yeah.
But no, I think overall everyone should have a really good experience. And this is the thing about any opportunities out there. Is, as I said from the start, it's like it's you don't overthink things, just apply and just see what happens there. And then once you get the role, then if you want to prepare for exchange, the only thing you need to do is probably learn a bit about the language. But overall, I think most of the programs there should help you. And let's say you're going to some country on exchange, they should be speaking a bit of English. There should be something there in place for you, so there's no need to stress. But I think that's the thing about people in life. People stress too much about things, but just apply. Don't think about it too much, and just get along with it. If it happens, it happens. And that's like the same thing with internships, same thing with leadership roles, same thing with exchange. It's that anything you apply for, jobs.
Yeah.
It's just go for it and see what happens next. Deal with it the other day.
Yeah.
You put yourself forward.
It's the quote I live by, bro. You never regret the things you do. You regret the things you don't do, bro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, Yuji, next transition. It's got nothing to do with Japan, but you are like part-time homeless right now, aren't you?
Oh, we're talking about this. Right? We're talking about this.
So like not full-time, just part-time. But you're like, I'm joking, by the way. But you're doing a little bit of couch surfing, right? And I feel like people at home, like, bro, honestly, if I was couch surfing, right, like, bro, the constant anxiety of just like, it's just like the next day you don't know whose house you're gonna end up. Where am I? Like my stuff, you feel me? Living out of your suitcase and stuff. Like, do you wanna set the scene? Because you had this sounds so stupid, but it's like you had a home before you went to Japan.
So like I came back from Japan. This was around August.
Yeah.
And kind of am undecided about where to stay. A lot of the prices have gone up.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't want to spend the last semester of my uni life in the burbs. In the burbs, because I want to be in the city right then, because university is the time to meet as many people as you can.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of incidences currently where people are like, I'm questioning my relationship because this is my uni life, and I don't want to be like, you get out of uni and let's say you break up.
Wait, sorry. What do you mean by questioning your relationship?
As in, like, so a lot of people in uni, it's all about social networking.
Right.
And then if you're in a relationship, you have more barriers to things.
Oh, right.
And that's why there's a lot of relationships currently where they're questioning their relationship because now is the time.
Because they're missing out on potential like stuff, right? Right. Okay, sorry, I didn't get you.
But yeah, so for me currently, because I know once I'm out of uni, because I graduate this semester, I'm going to just be working nonstop. And I know because I start March next year at Deloitte, and I'm going to be working nonstop. I'm not going to have that, not going to be able to make any university friends anymore. They're just going to be work colleagues.
Yeah. Or unless you go out of your way to go to events, all that type of stuff.
So currently it's like I want to stay in the city. And then at the same time, I was looking around for accommodation. But at the same time, you want 6 months to 1 year. That's the contracts. Yeah. And it's like, I'm not sure if I want to stay in a crappy place for 6 months or 1 year, or if I want to find a good place. Yeah. And if you want to find a good place, you need to apply, and you need to you have to have all your histories and everything checked up, and then you need to send your bank statement and this, that. Yeah. But yeah, so what I've been just doing is just hopping around my friends. But
the thing is, you were gonna stay here in this next room over here, but my grandparents sporadically came
Yeah.
Not like shitting on my grandparents or anything, but they're just here at the moment, so Yuji can't stay.
Yeah,
But
no, this is the thing about my life. It's kind of like I kind of enjoy jump. I mean, it's not like I'm jumping around to the sense where I'm like abusing,
yeah,
like
no,
taking
no,
advantage
no,
of people.
no.
It's like, you know, I'd stay at one person's place and I go, okay,
Respectfully.
I'll just thanks for the night. I'm gonna go somewhere else tomorrow because I don't want to like disturb you too much.
Yeah.
So I kind of like have a rotation set. I go this person, then this person, this person, this person, this
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
But yeah, the issue about that lifestyle is you can't really settle down and get stuff done.
Yep.
If I'm jumping around, I can't set up my PC. I
Yep.
can't really do assignments. Can't really like study or do anything.
Yeah.
And at the same time, because I don't have my laptop's ass. Because I use a PC, I generally like to use my PC to study because everything's there.
Because you're computer science, all that type of stuff. Yeah.
That's why that's a bigger excuse for me to not study.
Yeah.
So kind of, but like at the same time, my life gets a little bit more chaotic because I have to jump around, organize where I'm staying for the night.
Yeah.
Obviously now I have like a long-term place set.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically just the past. What month is it now? October,
October,
Wait.
nearly November. Yeah.
August, September, October. Right?
You got it.
So past 2.5 months I've been jumping around. But yeah, it's a very hectic lifestyle. I think, but that's the thing of life. I think a lot of people have their kind of limitations to what craziness they can handle.
Yeah.
And I think I'm able to handle all that just because
You're just. I swear you're just not in a comfort zone at all.
yeah.
You're just out there, bro.
I know. I think for me, I'm kind of like this is the thing. Another like red flag thing I see in people is when people like are too privileged in some things and they're living like.
Give me an example.
An example is I don't want to say food as an example because people have their views and morals. But
Right.
Let's say someone doesn't like. I'm not going to use meat. Let's say someone doesn't like coriander, someone doesn't like potatoes, someone doesn't like
picky
tomatoes.
eaters, right?
Like really picky eaters.
Yeah.
And it's like, if that like thing they don't like is in the meal, they're like, no, I cannot.
No. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot. And I mean that's like a really basic example. But
Yeah.
another example is like, let's say someone's like being really annoying to them and they start having a fit, or like
Yeah.
things aren't going their way, they have a fit.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I'm just there and I'm watching people have these fits and having these like cries about all these friendship issues and stuff. I'm just here like, bro, why just.
There are
why-
bigger problems.
Why
man.
does it care? Why does it matter that much? You know,
Mhm.
and it's just all these little things that become like for me. I think if some shit happened to me, that's that I'm kind of just like that's another.
I swear you're not like or what I've known from you. I swear you're like not in like many big controversies. Like you're just kind of chilling. I swear everyone has like their own little dramas. You're just
yeah,
like
because it's like
just chilling.
if people have dramas about me, that's for them to handle. Like I
Yeah.
literally don't care if people like obviously for me, there's times where I sit back and go, oh, these people hate me, but at the same time it's
you had that thought
you know,
before?
no, I do because
Oh, okay.
quite a few people do not like me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Wow.
And then you have those, you know, those people that love to spread fires and spread things that aren't real.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like for me, it's the kind of is the effort worth fixing these things? Like, let's say I meet someone for the first time, and they've been influenced by a bunch of other people saying to them, "Don't stay away from Yuji. Yuji's dangerous. This that." You know.
Right.
I talk to them. You know, my goal to you is not to bring you to my side. You know.
Yeah.
My goal to you is just I don't really care if you don't like me or if you hear all these things. I want you to make your own, you know, judgment of me
Yeah.
for who I am, you know?
Right.
But most of the times I know I can make them on my side
Right.
because
That's the ego
I'm
talking.
the most I'd say I'm true to myself.
Right.
And most of the times where things go wrong, it's always misunderstandings
Yeah.
or it's I mean, people like to play the game of power.
Yeah.
Most of the times, people like to play a game of power, and they wanna spread things. And you know, I think that's the thing about people these days. A lot of people say they have all these people behind them backing them,
Yeah.
and it's like, yo, I don't care who supports you. I want to hear what you think.
Yeah.
you know?
That's huge, bro.
That's the main thing. Like, if you're arguing with me, I never go, oh, all these 30 people behind me support me. Oh, I have this one friend supporting me. I'm here for me. I'm not putting these guys on the bus. I'm under my own bus.
Yeah.
You know?
Fight your own battles, bro.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, if your view of me is based off other people, then then you're not worth my time too.
Right.
You know? If
Yeah.
you trust them and you don't come to me
100%.
to know who I am, then that's on you.
Yeah.
That's not on me. Like, literally, having all these people don't like me for things they hear, I see them like, yeah, I'm not gonna put effort in that
Wow.
to fix all these things. And like obviously I've like dreams where I'm like, okay, I'll find this the person that's like the fire starter,
Mhm.
and I'm like I try to fix things, but like in real life, you know, you're not gonna be able to fix everything. You know.
This is a really big thing I deal with, right? I used to care a lot about what people think, right? And I feel like I'm heavily misunderstood. Always, I feel like I'm heavily misunderstood. No one really gets me, kinda, right? But then, like, as long as you grow to understand, like, yo, your true homies will understand you. A lot of who will understand you, dude. It's okay to be misunderstood.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're not. If you appeal to everyone, life's a game. Life's a test. You feel me, bro? What is this therapy session we're having right now?
This is good. This is good. This is a deep talk.
But like, life's a test, and then like if you're always like, how do I say it? Like, you can't always have the right answer for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, choose your own answers. You feel me?
I think the main issue most people have is that they want to be on good terms with everyone.
Yeah.
And then by doing so, they play that role we were saying at the start. You know, you play your role of being quiet because that's good for the people around you.
Yeah.
But like, end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, my brain is gone.
End of the day, you play your role of being quiet.
No, wait, hold up. Sorry, my brain trains and then it crashes.
Yeah,
trains.
it's getting hot in here, bro. I don't blame
trains. But yeah, it's more like people. People try so hard to impress everyone. They want to have everyone on their side. They want everyone to look good on them. But you need to learn to go, if you don't like me, you don't like me. I'm going to stand for who I am, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously there's obviously use cases. Some people are too confident, and then once you get too confident, people will
there's never something called too confident. You know what it's called? It's called cocky.
Cocky.
That's what it's called. You know what I mean?
Cocky, yeah. But like obviously I'm cocky in my own way.
100%.
But at the same time,
the thing is,
I see the other side too.
Okay, just use JC's example. Not that he doesn't think this, you know this, but like JC be like, dude, Yuji's cocky, but then to me, you're not cocky, you're confident. So like that's like the whole you're misunderstood by some people, understood by some people. You feel me?
No, but like that's the thing. Of course, if you don't know me, then you'll be like, yo, this guy, who's this dude? Who's this guy's on Srijay's podcast? Why is this guy so cocky? Why is he always saying all these good things about himself? How he's like 6'6", he scares the team, he beats everyone up. And then he doesn't care about what other people think. He's a big man. But like literally, like I'm down to earth. Like most of my friends, when they come to me with like, you know, they come with issues and things, I will always, I don't like devil's advocate, but I will always choose the side where it's like opposite because I like to challenge people.
I'll keep it real with you. I have heard like some people be like, yo, Yuji's like this and that. I always tell them like, I'll defend you, bro. You're my homie, bro.
Yeah.
But I always tell them like, Yuji's like an egg, bro. Like, or whatever. Like, you just gotta crack him open and the good stuff's inside. You feel me? You just gotta get to know him a little bit.
You know, understand where I'm coming from. Because that's the thing about my friendships is that I think I'm real with friendships. I don't go, oh, good work, and this. I'm like, yo, bro.
No,
should be doing this.
We had one deep talk where it's like you're this like we'd like to label you as a confident guy, right? But it's because you weren't always like that. You told me that it had, what's the desert place called? Alice Springs. Yeah. You told me like you played this character where you were this scholar, this really quiet kid, this introverted kid. Now that you've been blossomed to like be this dude, you feel me? Like I'm happy for you.
Like I think I always say this a lot. The most dangerous people are the introverts. Because when introverts go to extrovert, they're dangerous.
Okay,
because the thing is, extrovert people, they don't care about they don't have that people. Like that empathy, that sympathy, but introverted people, they read people a lot and they know how to make people like them. They know 100%. how to control people and not control people, but they know how people work. Yeah. And then if they stop caring about what other people think and they use that knowledge, that's where it's dangerous. Yeah. Because they've spent all their years humbling themselves, and then once they break, that's what I think is dangerous. Yeah. 100%. And like, that's the same thing for all the viewers probably. Like literally, you all have like. Probably, okay, there's probably some dodgy people out there, but like, you know, you all have the knowledge, you all have like the brain capacity, you all have your own thoughts, you're smart in your own way. And it's like, you need to let go of that. You need to break through. Yeah. That's the thing. No, and it's 100. Like, once you break through, it's dangerous. That's why I'm dangerous, you know? That's why I'm dangerous. 666, bro.
He's on the court, man. Watch out for him.
Yeah, because I've been through everything. I know what people like. I've been through like, oh, I want to make everyone happy, this, that. But end of the day, it's not what makes other people happy. It's what you want to do. So you need to be selective of who you want to keep happy and who you want to not keep happy.
Yeah.
not keep happy.
No,
I'll keep
like-
you not happy.
No, you're fine.
But yeah.
Bro, I don't know how you messed up the end, bro. You're on like a roll, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, but you're not.
My train crashes every now and then.
Nah, 110%, bro. No, that was really good. Big question. Loaded question. Because you've been here before, so we don't have to go all these first bases. You know, the boy from the desert that went to like...
Let's face the camera.
Okay, let's get personal. Yuji, what is your biggest regret at the age of... You're 22 right now?
Yes, sir.
Biggest regret or biggest life lesson that just like the people want to know at home? Because I feel like... Sorry to cut you off, but like I feel like you've been through a lot. So you've been like this Alice Springs kid. You live alone. Finishing uni right now, went to exchange. You went to Germany that one time in like high school or something. Like all this like weird stuff. A bunch of friendship groups, been alone for a while. Like what is like a bigger, you know, let's you don't regret anything, right? Maybe you do. But let's just change the question. Like biggest like life lesson. You feel me?
His changes.
I changed it.
I was preparing for it.
You can do biggest regret too. It's kind of the same
I-
thing. You can change it into a life lesson.
Let me do biggest regret.
Word, go for it.
Give me.
And then you're gonna
the
get-
hard questions. Come on.
Yeah, go.
So like honestly, biggest regret is so like for me. I mean, I think a lot of people have passion for something. I've always been passionate for soccer. I grew up with soccer, and you know, I did a lot of soccer when I was small.
Yeah.
And then I went with this academy to Spain to play.
Yeah.
The biggest regret was actually going on that trip
What?
to Spain
Really?
to play soccer at a tournament. Yeah.
Why?
Because for me, if you're passionate about something and someone tells you you're bad at it, then that destroys you.
But shouldn't that make you like want to work harder? Like, yo, I'm not bad at this shit, bro.
So I was 12 at the time.
Oh, you
and
went at
I
12?
was 12 at the
You must
time.
have been nasty at 12.
I played in a team for like under 14s.
Oh,
So
wow.
people were 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
And then the coach, like big scary coach, is telling you, don't dribble. Don't dribble the ball. And like for me, dribbling is everything.
Yeah.
Dribbling is everything to me.
You're like a little Neymar.
I will. Dribbling is everything to me. And hearing like those words from him actually like destroyed me.
No way.
Like confidence wise, I couldn't play soccer properly for the next like 3-4 years.
Wow.
No joke. And then since then it's trying to build back those
Yeah.
skills, but your confidence is gone.
No,
I think that was probably because I'd say like my life was probably extrovert to introvert to extrovert actually.
Really?
So when I was like grade,
Well, I feel like as a kid, like for the most part, you're like this joyous kid. You're always asking like why.
yeah.
You're
So
just, like, a
when
kid.
I was in grade 1 to like grade 5,
Mhm.
I was, you know how you have like SRCs?
Yeah.
I was like voted class representative like twice.
Oh,
and
no
you're
way.
only allowed to have it once.
Right.
But yeah. And
Well,
so
what a
that-
flex, bro.
yeah, and I was just like I was ahead of the curve. I grew faster than everyone. I was like smarter, fitter, and everything. Anyway, I'm just big up
This
egoing.
kid just loves himself.
Big up
bro.
egoing. But yeah, once that thing happened, I just hit introvert for the next like 6 to 7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that like did that shit just happen with soccer or like do you felt was it like
So
through
that
academics and shit
that
too?
was through everything.
Wow.
So confidence dropped in everything, and like when I had the ball, I was scared
Yeah.
in soccer.
Wow.
But yeah, obviously at the time, it hit hard,
'Cause
but
you-
I didn't.
You're so young.
Yeah, so I didn't realize it. So I tried my hardest in other ways.
Right.
So like if I can't dribble the ball, the best thing I could do is tackle people, take people out.
Yeah.
So I literally ran so much in the games, and like I remember the last few games, he's saying, "Why isn't everyone running like Yuji? Why isn't everyone putting his commitment like Yuji?" Because I'm running there, putting my body on the line, trying to get the ball, and trying to like I'm tiny then. I'm tiny now. I'm
Word.
doing all that work right to like get the ball, and but yeah, but at the end of the day, I think if that didn't happen, I'd probably be even more
Yeah.
confident and probably wouldn't have been
But-
able to understand like
Yeah.
you know,
Like
humbling
you know
that.
how I said I want to change like the regret into a life lesson. Like
Mhm.
what I took from that, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Mhm.
Like it's so hard to say because you're so young. Like if someone tells you like, for example, if someone tells you not to like, if you're shit at doing the dishes, you're probably gonna think as like you're 12, like yo, I'm so shit at doing the
Yeah,
dishes.
or it's like let's say your passion is art or something. And
Yeah,
someone else,
right.
Your art is ass.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right. Art's so hard because art is so subjective. But like it's like, yeah, something like that. Especially when you're so young, you went to introvert and then came an extrovert, and it's like I feel like the lesson from that is like you shouldn't be told what to do. You know what I mean? Like don't let that influence you. But you are 12, so that's
Yeah,
why I'm just like
yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
But but like even for life now, like say we're all applying for jobs right now, uni stuff. You don't get accepted into one job. Don't get down and quit like your job search. You apply for another job. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, bro.
I think, but Korea. That's the thing about Korea now is that people you don't really have that passion for anything as much now than you did as a childhood. You know.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, oh, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. This that.
Yeah.
But I know it's job search and stuff. I think it's.
Yeah, it wasn't the best example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, Yuji, I know you're my baby, my daddy. You're no different from any other guest. Even though you've kind of done these questions before, you're getting these only up questions, bro. So, I remember
Face the camera.
I remember last time you answered this question, you said my ass, but yeah, you did.
Oh.
What would be your death row meal? Like, it can't be my ass again. You can't go.
Wait,
you
did
can't.
I say that?
Yeah, you did.
No way.
It was a Japan wave. But what would be like if you were on death row, what would be your last meal? You can go entree, dinner, dessert, or you can like just chuck in one, whatever you want, bro. What do you hate? What are you eating? Last meal, send you off.
Last meal, I'll have rice, tuna, peanut butter, and Greek yogurt.
Oh my god.
Going back
dude.
to the roots.
You guys don't understand. This guy's
Going
inside
back to
joke
the
is so
roots.
bro, no wonder this guy had so much money left over, bro. He would only eat rice, peanut butter, tuna, and Greek yogurt, bro. The weirdest combination,
University days, yo. Literally, you know the what is it? The Under Armour app. They have like a
Yeah, the MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, bro. The amount of calcium, protein, carbs, bro, everything from that meal. It's literally you get so much, bro.
Dude, I don't know how you're still alive right now, bro.
Literally,
I actually
that's where
don't.
these apps came from.
What's your favorite music artist right now or all time?
All time NF.
NF. Oh, you're a big NF guy.
NF. The
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
about NF, he's what got me through, 18, 19, 20 years old, because his lyrics are deep.
They hit, bro.
His lyrics are deep, and for me, I look for lyrics when I look at things.
Yeah.
And he's got really good lyrics because they speak truth.
I haven't listened to a lot of NF in a while. If you were, what song would you want me to listen to right now?
One song.
Like to get me through it. You feel me? Like the only way.
If you want lyrics, remember this.
Remember this? What if I want to like get pumped for something? You feel me?
If you want to get pumped, we have, what is it? We have options. We have no. Like I like the older ones just because they're more like, I don't like when people go, we go for his best songs.
Right.
Like lyrically. That's the thing about mainstream. Mainstream, you can't have good lyrics. You just need to have a good beat.
Yeah, right. That's it? NF?
Yeah.
No, good choice.
Chilling.
Second last question. What is one good habit you have and one bad habit you have? I already know a bad habit you have.
A bad habit is probably, it's not even a bad habit. Come on. All of my bad habits, good habits. But probably, no, I'd say I'm bad at planning things, but the same thing, I'm really good at planning things on the go. I won't tell you, I won't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Right.
But then once tomorrow comes, I'll have it all laid up.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not even, no weaknesses. What can I say?
No,
But I think
so then what's your best habit? Something that people wouldn't look up to.
The current bad habit is probably my sleeping schedule.
You know what I think your bad habit is? I'm going to check your intervention.
Okay.
Your punctuality, even today, every single time we've met, you're always an hour late.
Oh.
Always 30 minutes late. Always 40 minutes late.
It's more like it depends on what happens on the day,
No, bro.
So much is happening on the day.
You have, dude. We're waiting there, like dickheads waiting. Like, bro, where is Yuji, bro?
Oh, this is for the networking event, yeah.
The business thing, Crunchyroll, everything, bro.
Yeah. So as I said, I always have something going on. That day, I'd hit the gym. I had to get food. I hit the gym with 3 different friends. I was
Bro,
with
don't
this
give
friend
me
food, this friend gym, this
No,
friend.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, 'cause-
Okay, so this is the thing. JC, Srijay, they told me this time. I'm like, and then this time's approaching, yeah? I'm like, okay, they're at this place. So then because they're at this place rather than this place, I'll go to the gym at that place and then meet them at this time. Because that's it's close to them. And then I also get the workout. But then they came to my place where I was before. I'm like, wait, they're
Yuji,
further away.
Yuji, you can't give me an excuse. All right, bro. If we tell you to be here at 12, you be here maybe 10, 15 minutes late. No, you take your time. You take an hour. And also, bro, if we say come here at 12, you come here at 12. No excuses.
But the thing is,
you
guys
agreed.
were doing some book things at Dimmicks or something over there. And I was like, I want to get food at MC, and you guys were like, over there again, Dimmicks something. I'm like, okay, while you guys read your inspirational books.
Dude, we're having an argument on the podcast. You're missing the point, bro. We were there an hour 30 before, looking at books, getting stuff, and you're just here like, bro, we're gonna be 5 minutes late. You know, we were late, didn't really matter, but your punctuality is the worst, bro.
I was at the gym.
All right, I don't care, dude.
Because I had to work out with a friend who I worked out with for 10 minutes, and he's like, come on, man. Devo.
Oh, Devo. Yeah,
like,
fair enough.
come on, man. One more set. Come on, man. Bench press ain't, you can't just do bench press. I'm like, bro, I gotta get going. He's like, come on, man. We gotta do bench press. We gotta do dumbbell press. I'm just like, I bet.
Oh my God, bro. Last question, probably the most important question of the night. Are you ready? We might have to cut it.
Okay.
How happy are you today?
How happy am I? I'm happy. I'm always happy.
Always happy? Out of 10?
Always happy. Out of 10. I'm always 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
We're always 10 out of 10.
That's good. Yuji, do you have anything to plug for the people at home?
Do your assignments, kids.
Do your assignments.
Do your assignments. Don't be like me. I've already got. Yeah, just do your assignments.
Another bad habit, bro. Time management. All right. Well, Yuji, it's been a pleasure having you on. It's good seeing you again. Last time you were dressed as a maid, and now it's chill. But
now we got clothes. Peace, love, and peace and love.
Okay. Whatever, dude.
Peace and love.
All right. Check out Yuji. I'll put his stuff down below, like YouTube and stuff. Yuji doesn't vlog. Guys, check out my socials. This will be on YouTube and on Spotify. Run the reviews up. Posted a new YouTube video 2 weeks ago, so check that out as well. And guys, only up from here, and take care. Bye.